2024 was a special year for the Singapore Maritime Foundation. It marked our 20th anniversary and our continuous efforts to better serve Maritime Singapore as a connector, aggregator, and talent builder. We started the year by celebrating 20 years of driving public and private partnerships together with our valued partners across the maritime ecosystem. We are grateful to have the then Acting Minister for Transport, Mr. 𝐒𝐢𝐠𝐡𝐥𝐢𝐠, gracing the occasion. It was heartwarming to have past SMF chairmen join me for a panel discussions where we shared our collective milestones and outlook for the years ahead. SMF has been investing significant resources into nurturing youth, as the youth today forms the workforce of tomorrow. We instituted the annual flagship Maritime Youth Forum, an event helmed by the youth for the youth to hone their leadership capabilities and encourage their peers to pick up adaptive skills vital to their careers. Last year's edition brought together more than 200 youth and industry executives to build a community, create networks, and learn from one another. Another highly visible way to attract young talent is through scholarships. With the support of the maritime community, we awarded 1.8 million worth of Maritime One scholarships to a record of 63 students in 2024. We continue to partner the industry to bring thought leadership to university campuses and take the tertiary students from diverse disciplines out of their classrooms into the companies through career talks, visits, and for internships. And with the support of the industry last year, SMF placed 122 students from maritime, supply chain, data science, computing, engineering, business, and law into nearly 50 companies for internships. With your support, our efforts are bearing fruit. With each successive edition of the Maritime One case competitions, we see more and more students signing up. Last year, Maritime One Case Summit saw a record of 416 students from across 127 teams register to compete. They come from all of Singapore's public universities and most of the polytechnics. Given that the industry will face challenges from both technological and sustainability fronts, among others, one focus area we identified was how to prepare, equip, and sustain the upskilling of Maritime Singapore workforce in the years to come. To meet this challenge, SMF brought together leaders from across the maritime ecosystem, from tech companies and the institutions of higher learning, to form the Tripartite Advisory Panel for Future Ready Maritime Workforce, or TAP for short. In a TAP report, we identified the enduring and emerging domain, digital, and soft skills needed to keep Maritime Singapore workforce competitive and actionable strategies to equip our talent pool with these skills. I thank the industry leaders and the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore for supporting the work of the TAP. Following that, in August last year, SMF signed a partnership with the National University of Singapore to equip maritime professionals with future-ready skills. The first upskilling course is on data science and analytics and will adopt a stackable skills and micro-credentials model. We completed the pilot class with 30 participants from 15 companies in November, and public runs will begin this year. One of the distinguishing hallmarks of Maritime Singapore is our willingness to contribute to the collective good. As part of our 20th anniversary celebrations, SMF held our first SMF City Cycle to rally the industry together to create more Maritime One scholarships and bursaries. On that day, a golden dawn welcomed the 150 cyclists who rode along Singapore's scenic eastern coastline for this very worthy cause. We are very glad to have Mr. 𝐒𝐢𝐿𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, Senior Parliamentary Secretary of Ministry of Transport and Ministry of Sustainability and the Environment joining us. With the support of 68 organizations, we raised over $500,000 that will go towards nurturing the next generation of maritime talent. Also, for the first time, the 2024 batch of Maritime One scholars and industry representatives from sponsored companies came together to plant trees in support of a wider national sustainability movement to make Singapore a city in a garden. Mr. Murali Pillai, Minister of State, Ministry of Law and Ministry of Transport, graced the event as our guest of honor. Together, we planted 80 trees at Coney Island Park. Through initiatives like Plant a Tree program, uplifting communities in need with food bank, embarking on coastal cleanups, we also inculcate in our scholars the value of giving back to the community and set an example for them to pay it forward. It has been a meaningful 20 years. 2024 has also been a productive year for SMF and the industry, but there's still much to be done. We are entering a phase of increased geopolitical contestations and economic competition. What does that mean for Maritime Singapore? As we move into 2025, with the continued support of MPA and the industry, SMF will continue to work with all stakeholders across the ecosystem to strengthen Maritime Singapore's competitiveness as an international maritime centre. As a trusted partner that is responsive to the evolving needs of the sector, we will continue to build industry cohesiveness through new and existing platforms to find fresh ideas to transform the workforce, energize our young talent pool, and ignite the passion for this dynamic industry. While the coming year may bring new challenges, SMF will stay anchored in our roots and mission, and yet remain agile and nimble to ride the waves of change and play our part to momentously move the industry forward.